Hello everyone. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. Now, normally I don't um, do a video without showing my face, but unfortunately today I will be doing that. I won't do this often, but I'm just doing it this particular time because it's late at night and I got on my PJs and um, I look tired. So, how about that? But anyway, if you want to enjoy a story or go down a certain saga with me, then let's do that because that's what I plan to do. It's the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. Shake it. It's the Mimi Show. Shake it. It's the Mimi Show. Oh. Yeah. See, my voice is, it is what it is. And I am getting over strep throat. I have been seeing pictures of Harry and I'm concerned. Harry does not look happy. He doesn't look well. He looks like he's just there and someone made him go, like he was drugged there. But I do say there are parts and bits of it that he do enjoy, or I wouldn't say enjoy. I think Harry genuinely is shaking those kids' hands, not like Megan, because you can't say that Harry came from gutter. Harry didn't come from just any old family. Harry came from an aristocratic dynasty, the first family, the royal fold, the royal family, which is within itself just powerful. And Meghan and Harry, no matter how hard they would try to diminish it, they'll never make it. They'll never make it. So I want to go back because I want to talk about the fact that Harry looked like he just looked like, why am I here? Why am I with this woman? Why do I keep putting myself through this? She's never gonna change. She is what she is. And how did I get myself wrapped up into this? Because I don't care what you say, no man will be happy in this kind of situation. It would be like a really dark situation. Harry doesn't have family. Harry never intended to let his family go. He's not that stupid. But look how many years and the things that have happened since Megan has walked in that has divided him between his family. To the point where he says stupid stuff like this. If me and Megan, if I don't get her a certain amount of security, then I don't feel comfortable bringing my wife back to my hometown, to Great Britain. That was insulting. It was insulting in a way that Harry needed a whooping. It's extremely insulting because he knows his country is not a country that carries weapons in a sense of guns, where they can just walk up into a school and just do whatever they want to. No. Great Britain has it to where you don't even need ID to pick up your kids, I don't think. It's the honor system in a sense that the teachers know who the parents are and they trust them. At my kid's school, everybody has to have something to get in that building because it is like that here. Security. Ron is so funny. We were doing a show the other day. You guys have got to check it out. It was funny. I like our chemistry. I like me and Ron's chemistry. He's funny. He makes me laugh, and I feel like I feed off of what he says. So anyway, he was talking about how, my driver's license, because I needed license to get into the school, to get my daughter to meet the teacher, and I didn't have it. And he was like, "Well, what if you never had your ID? If you didn't have your ID, how would you get your kids social services?" So he was like, "How far would it go?" And I said, "I really don't know, but I think at that point I probably would have had to just go home and get my driver's license, which is a few minutes away, but still." Anyway, to end that story, I did get to meet the teacher the next day because I did bring my ID, my driver's license, I should say. Moving back to Harry. Harry looks depressed, disattached, unaware. He doesn't look like Harry. When I was looking at the pictures just now, I was saying to myself, whoa, Harry ain't doing too good. I'm gonna bring up a video too, so it won't be just my face the whole time. Harry he looked like he was not happy, like he was depressed. Like, oh, he maybe, not maybe, but I realized that I've made a big mistake by marrying this diva, this Jezebel, this woman that is keeping me from the people that I love. I'll say it again. This woman that is keeping me from the people that I love, the people that know me the most, the people that have been there for me and through me, with me, and are out for my own good, that really want to do good things for me. Like my brother, he would never want me to be in a situation that I'm in now. Come on. Somewhere in Colombia playing like he had a fake royal tour, knowing that his grandmother wouldn't be approving, Elizabeth wouldn't be approving of any of this shenanigans. Shenanigans. And people are like, what about King Charles? What should he do? Or should he do something? I don't know. I don't know what he could be able to do other than make sure that Harry and Meghan are clear that they are not going to these fake royal tours on the behalf of the royal family, because that would mean that they are doing half in and half out. They are half in and half out. They're half out because they're not getting the glitz and glam. She's not getting the tiara. She's not on the balcony. She's not a part of the family. She can't go home and be civil. Then the end is going on these fake world tours and pretending she's the Duchess of Sussex. It's hard to say that name because it really doesn't belong to her. I just don't see that. And that's not me being mean. That's just me being voicing my opinion and being real about it. How do you take something that doesn't belong to you that you call racist? I don't get it. You can't represent something and separate that like that. You can't separate what she said about racism from the Duchess of Sussex or those kids' titles. I remember when I'm everywhere, so just work with me. It's late and I'm just having a chat. So just pretend like I'm sitting over there with you guys and hanging out and having a little tea or coffee or whatever, and we're just chit chatting and going from one subject to the next. With that said, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, I hope you guys are having a wonderful night. My numbers have been going down. I told my husband I was a little disappointed in my numbers, but I have to think that I've come a long way. And I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. You're so loyal. I don't want anyone to get confused that I am not grateful for what I have. But you have to wonder, myself, what I can do to make my channel better. Anyway, moving on from that, because I didn't even want to bring that up. It just came up. I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. My daughter has done so well this week. I want to take her somewhere special. I want to take her to Chuck E. Cheese. And so she can have some fun because she's done dance, gymnastics, then she went to school all day, and then she had swimming lessons. So she's been having people tell her what to do all week. So why not take her somewhere where she's just gonna be a little girl? But she'll make a big thing out of that. It'll be time to go home and she won't be ready to go and start crying. Okay. I'm getting it together. Just bear with me. I'm not the best with sharing the screen, but I'm getting there. I'm figuring it out. Wow, fail. Uh, And and all this is going on with Meghan and Harry. And I say all this because being in Colombia right now and pretending that you are royalty is the most despicable thing that I can, one of the most despicable things. But the number two thing is to be down there for your own selfish reasons, talking about online bullying. But don't ever take note of your own bullying, your own things that you do. It's always someone else's fault, which is interesting to me. Now, this is Angela Living and Nana. Let's see what they're going to say.
Detail in Colombia, the drug capital of the world, I think it is, or is that Scotland?
I think we should. What is extraordinary? There are hundreds of things that are extraordinary, but what is really extraordinary is all the things they hated doing, they are now doing. And they're doing it with a smile, and they want to do it better than anybody else. You start there. That's where you end as well, because you think this is phony. This is all to say I can do better than you can, but actually they can't. Very interestingly, that the Vice President, Francia Marquez, she saw Meghan and Harry on Netflix when they did the six episodes. No, that was a slip of the tongue. Yes, 6 hours of it, which it nearly killed me because I had to watch it. It was so boring. It was so difficult. She fell in love with Meghan and thought, this is wonderful. I must meet the woman. So Harry, very little interest in him. So he was standing in the back. He didn't speak or understand Spanish. He could just say, what is your name? How old are you? Which is, you know, at least he tried a bit. So it was so unfair. It was so negative, I thought. So I went back actually and looked at the 6 episodes, and this was the one where Meghan mimics the Queen, which I think she lost a lot of followers on that. And she bent over and she said very,
Did the fake curtsy. Yeah, that wasn't very nice.
yeah. But she was teaching little girls there to do curtsies for her.
No
because
way!
she is a princess. And so those little kids were trying to learn how to do.
Is that what she was doing in Colombia?
Yes.
Teaching the kids how to curtsy.
Wait. Oh God. See, that's why the camera needs to be off, because she just told us that Meghan just was teaching them how to curtsy to her. Now, I'm going to rewind it a little bit so you can hear that little part again. And then I'm going to let you hear Nana's reaction to it, because you saw my reaction. I was like, what? Imagine I'm going to a country. Imagine Tisha gets there, and when she gets there, she teaches the little kids at the school how to curtsy to me. How to curtsy to me. As if I'm royalty. It's as if I was born this way. The disrespect. I can't believe it. I can't even get it all out. That was my first reaction. And I know I have more to say about that, because you're going to hear that again later. I can't believe it. And just like Angela was saying, what about the time she was on there showing disrespecting the Queen Elizabeth, when she did that funky, stinky curtsy, and then looked over there at Harry like it was funny? Just disrespectful. Disrespectful to the culture, disrespectful to the Queen, disrespectful to Harry, disrespectful to everyone. She was disrespectful on every level when she did that jacked up curtsy. If you haven't seen it, it's a must see. She mocked it. She mocked the curtsy, and then she called it medieval times. She disrespected it. Look up medieval times here in the United States. It's dinner and a tournament. And it has nothing to do with Great Britain at all, but a mock-up of a story. And Meghan compared it to that, which belittled it and told us we could relate. No, honey, no one can relate to you. That's why your percentage of people that like you is in the 30 percentile. I know me and P. Dinah, I don't know. I don't think that me and her agree with this, that she does believe that a lot more people in America like her because of these events and stuff. No, they don't care, number one. They just don't. People don't care. Even if they did, like, first of all, you got to have a following. You got to have fans. And Meghan doesn't have that. And if she doesn't have that, then how is she going to be popular? How am I going to care that she went to Colombia? The only people that care about her going to Colombia is us and the YouTube creators, because we follow it. We're intrigued. We want to know what idiotic thing she's going to do next. I'll tell you. Have some kids at a school, teach them how to curtsy to her. No, not after you mocked it. This is that stupid stuff, guys. This is that level of stupid stuff that takes you beyond. There's a beyond that stupid stuff, but I won't say it. It is that it's just beyond. Okay? So I'm tripping because I cannot believe she's teaching these girls to curtsy. See, that to me is more important than what the hell she has on. The only time I cared about what she had on was when the first lady brought it up. That's what made me extremely interested in Megan's clothes because the first lady of Nigeria came out and said she was naked. Now, like the blue outfit, I liked it. It's a cute outfit. I would wear the hell out of it. But I don't, it is what it is. And I miss my point. But for her to go down there and do curtsying and pretending like she's a princess, a royal, it's just unbelievable. Just when you thought she couldn't shock you with nothing else, she is down there teaching them kids how to curtsy to her. And even if they asked me, I would be like, I just, we're good. I'm not teaching you to curtsy. Just, feel it's a bounce. Just however you do it is going to be the way you should do it. But I wouldn't have went down there teaching those kids that. And how dare she does that? Like she's this princess. She thinks she's better than them people in them A-listers. That's why they don't get along with her. Because she thinks that they are supposed to be her friends. She thinks that she is supposed to be their family because she invited all of them to her wedding. She was getting rid of the riffraff. She did. That's what she called them. That's how she treats them. That's how she treats everyone. And you can't tell me that the chief officer of Archewell didn't leave because of the boss, her attitude, who she is. Okay.
See,
Yes.
when yet she had mocked the curtsy.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you.
Terrible.
I thought I couldn't believe that, and I just checked that was in shocking.
See, so they don't want to be royal, but they do want to be treated as though they are royal.
Yes, that's right. Well, Meghan does anyway. I think Harry looks so miserable and unhappy.
On this one, I thought he looked very happy. In fact, to me, they looked very happy, and I'm happy that they're happy. But the point that we make is that stop slagging off your family and stop taking advantage of the royal titles.
No, that's that stupid stuff. They don't look happy, and that's the truth. Megan looks happy because she's always smiling and faking it. She does do that. That is on the top of the list. She thinks she's acting as her character at Suits. She thinks this is a game. She thinks that, she has hit the jackpot. And, Harry is a useful idiot to her. He's very weak. And you can see it. You can just see it. You can see it. It's just, and it's ugly. It makes him look like a weak person at the age of 40. I forgot what I was going to say. It's tired. You have no idea. But I wanted to get on here and do this. I really did. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I really do. I won't keep you guys too long.
That's what we're all after. We don't care. Do what you like, but, don't use the royal name.
No, they had the opportunity. The Queen wished them very well.
No, this is what she said. They look happy. No, they don't, Anna. They do not. I'm sorry. That is not true. It's okay if they fake it, but they're faking it. I don't believe it. I don't believe that Harry is happy. I don't. I don't believe that he's living in some type of paradise with this woman. I believe he's living hell. And his choices are slim. And then he makes stupid decisions. His family helped him with those decisions. And so now he's unfiltered and he'll say something stupid like, I'm not bringing my wife back to Great Britain because of security. No, that's a threat. That's blackmailing. That's blackmailing. Like, hey, if you guys don't give it to me, I'm not bringing my wife back. So if you want to see her again, then if you want to see your grandkids again, then you're going to have to get us security. That's what that sounds like to me. He's trying to blackmail the king into getting him some security. He's trying to blackmail somebody. It's disgusting. Harry, I'm not going back to the UK ever again. And I'm definitely not taking my kids because the security is not where it should be. So you can just hang that up, buddy. And Harry like, oh, shoot. Dad, do you want to see the kids anymore? Remember when he said that with the Frogmore Cottage? Dad, do you want to see your grandkids? That was a threat. And that was coming from Meghan. Because Harry ain't smart enough. He's just not. He's just not smart enough. I really do believe that there is something wrong. Something slow. Something's going on. Because for him to be that controlled, have a woman that in control over his everything, is you got to have something to yourself. Harry can't even go to the restroom without instructions. That's how bad it is. You know, my husband, he likes his iPad. He gets on there, he does whatever he likes to do. I love it. And I'm not bugging him and getting on his nerve and da 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 da. No, like he needs a break, just like I do, from a little bit. And I'm like, let me make sure I give my husband a break. That's not Meghan. That's partnership right there. And lo and behold, didn't she bring up her kids again? She did. She brought up those kids again, and it's okay that she does. But someone said it. I think it was HT Tudor. There's other things that you could say that could be more appealing for the audience. But she doesn't know what to say. All she knows to do is talk about herself. That's it. So Nana, no, I don't agree. I don't agree with the fact that they're in some type of lovey-dovey love nest. Sorry.
Late Queen wished them very well. They should go away and have a lifetime.
Yeah.
But Meghan is very resentful and she's going to go on and on and on until she sorts it out. But what was also silly is that they were telling us how to think, how to behave, which was also a nonsense. You know, you must behave you have to, what was this one? You know, what people are acting on information that isn't true.
Oh, well, yes, I heard that bit about it.
That's one of their things that they don't actually tell the truth about. many things I've found. And what
Well,
they're
I
doing
mean,
is actually they're
they might
okay.
argue that it's their truth, which is what has come out of it, even though there were 17 clear inconsistencies in the Oprah interview.
19
Was
there
it
were.
19?
Yes, there we are.
Two more. I missed two.
But you can't actually go around telling everybody else what to do if you're not doing it. I just don't think, I think that's a nonsense. And I think that this is very much to upset the royal family even more because of the danger, and also any arrangements they might do, any promises to do a deal with them, or to make sure that they become more familiar with us, or with sort of changing the way that the royal family works for their way. And I think, and I hope that the royal family who are in Scotland have a big think about this, because I think it affects the royal family very seriously. And if they're going to go to a place.
It took her a minute to get it out, but she finally did. Angela. She's right. Some kind of way these visits are going to start affecting the royal family. It has to. And I feel like Meghan and Harry are playing with fire and danger, because they're doing business with government officials that they shouldn't be doing business with. Because the reason why I say that is because they don't have any royal connections, in a sense that they don't talk to the monarchy. So they're not in unless we don't know something. Unless King Charles has given Harry authority to go over there and do this. Go over there and pretend like he's working on behalf of the monarchy. Because that's what it's going to start to look like. All these royal events. And if it's not, because no one is saying that it's not. But here's the thing. That's why I think it's important that King Charles comes out and says, and be clear. Meghan and Harry are not working on behalf of the royal family. They are doing their own, they're being invited on their own terms. In some kind of language, I would get that out there. Make it sound a little better. But what I'm trying to say is that it needs to be known, because right now it looks weird. But not just that, it's dangerous. They should look at these royal events and be like, wait a minute. Okay, maybe it's time to take the titles. Because as long as they have the titles, they will always be invited. If they're not senior royals, take what needs to be taken from them at this point to stop them from thinking that they are. Because it looks weird. Now, this is what I do believe, that with P. Dinah, and if we were talking about this, Meghan and Harry going on these world tours, and people are believing that they are working on behalf of the royal family. That is something that is not good. Let's just put it that way. Moving on.
Country every 2 to 3 weeks and build up something against the royal.
Yes, the royal family needs to be wary of that.
They should really definitely be wary of it.
Build something up against the royal family? Like, what do you mean? Because now you're going into extra dangerous territory. What do you mean? Building an alliance against the royal family? Going to Nigeria and going to Colombia, saying that we're not with the royal family, and if you guys want to be with us because we're royalty, like that kind of stuff. Like, she has that kind of power. But like POV would say, Andrew would say, these people that are inviting her to these places are people in power. The vice president is inviting Meghan to the country. That means they're going to pay for some of it. I think these royal tours are starting to get dangerous, and the royal family needs to think about what they're going to do. That's for sure. That's what I'm hearing out of Angela and Anina. Okay, let's move on. I'm going to let you guys go soon. I'm not going to talk all night. 5 more minutes and I'm out.
But would you say that there needs to be sort of a motion towards? I know that the king and queen can't do it, but there should be some sort of motion towards removing their titles.
Here it is.
So they can no longer trade with them. Like if they want to do royal so-called faux tours around the world, that's up to them. Do what you like. But to do it on the back of being royalty when you have stepped back from the very thing that you're doing is very.
There it is. She's saying it. She said, you are doing royal things on the backs of something that you said that you didn't want to do anymore and that you were done with. But you're making it upon yourself to be half in and half out after the queen said no. It's like, I'm going to force my way into this. How disturbing is that? And she's doing it on the behalf of the Duchess of Sussex, which is still linked to the royal family. She said, should they start initiating removing titles? Yeah. Yes. Because they are making decisions on behalf of the royal family without their permission, without the royal family's permission. Meghan and Harry are doing fake royal tours unless the king has allowed this to happen, and they're working on their behalf, and we didn't know that. But to my understanding, they had stepped down from being senior royals, and they no longer were working, and that's the bottom line. And there's a slim down monarchy. Yeah. And I feel like Meghan is doing this while the family is not well, too. And you can't tell me that her circle don't know how sinister she is. And Harry, like I said, he don't know if he going left or right. He just gonna go where the wind blow. He over there doing dumb stuff. After he said he didn't want the institution. Remember when he said that? We don't want the institution. We want the family. They gave you the family, and look how you treated it. They gave you family, and look how you treated it. They opened up their hearts, their homes, everything. Put her on the senior roster. Gave her the Duchess of Sussex immediately, without hesitation, but they were racist. I didn't know that you could be racist and give someone a title such as the Duchess of Sussex. Why even give her a title? Why make her a senior royal if you're racist? I am looking forward to P. Dinah's videos that's coming up. She says she's going to do a series of informed information about Meghan, and that's going to be good, because just sitting and understanding and talking about who this person is will shake you to your core. And you'll be like, what? That did not just happen. But you have to be willing to hear it, because Meghan is running around pretending she's a princess. She wants people to bow to her. those kids. It's something else. It's something else.
Very disingenuous.
Yes, I mean, this is a parliamentary thing to do. The king can't do it.
It could be done.
Yes, it can be done, but they can't take away Prince. They can take away Dutch and Duchess, but they can't take Prince because he was born a prince.
Yeah, but I
You
think you
can't
can
take that away.
I'm sure you can.
Well, I've been told it can't. You can't be.
It's gotta be a way.
But if otherwise, Meghan also gets called princess, and I don't actually think many of us want that. But I think they've got to do something now because it's coming to a spot that is dangerous.
Well, Parliament make the laws, so you could make a law, and the King obviously the bills go to the King in the end, so they could change the law. They could change the law and they could do it. So I don't buy into the fact that they couldn't do this. They could if they wanted to. They don't.
Yes, I think they might be very nervous about what Harry and Meghan can write, and Harry will do part 2 of his book, and Meghan is threatening that she will do her book, and she will hold nothing.
Even if she comes out with 1 and 2, and why would? See, that's that stupid stuff. The king can't be scared about what's going to be told or what's going to be said. He shouldn't give a dang. Because number one, there are a whole bunch of lies anyway. So why would he care? I wouldn't care. You take the titles for other reasons, but not, I think you take the titles because they're running around pretending like they're royalty and reporting back, and they're not. And it's dangerous. Meghan looked like she's doing some evil, sinister stuff. I say Harry because he just goes along with it. He's a go along. That's his name. Yeah, I know we keep making up new names for these people, but you can't help it because they keep doing stupid stuff. If they keep doing stupid stuff, then we keep coming up with different names to call them. Someone asked that the other day. I think. Let's go back. Calling her princess. Jesus. Wow. I'm starting to see that although her popularity is where it is, why are these people, like some of you are saying, giving her the Carrie and Meghan this platform? Because they want the publicity. They know that they bring about conversations, whether it's good or bad, but they don't realize that they have been markled after. The Pat Tillman, that thing was markled all up the road. Wasn't nobody happy about him getting that award. It was what it was. Even the aviation one. And now they're going on royal tours. This is serious. Breaking news.
Thing back. And although a lot of it won't be believed and it won't be true, it might be their truth, I think it will cause a tremendous turn.
No, it won't. She said when they get through writing their memoirs and their new books, it's not going to be believable. No one's going to believe it. It's going to be full of fake-a-do, just like the other books and everything else that comes out. And won't nobody believe it? Because first of all, they're tired. First and foremost, people are sick and tired of Meghan and Harry attacking someone that is vulnerable. King Charles has cancer. Let him look like he want to come out with another book. He will get ate up in the media. I just believe so. Let her come out with some more shenanigans. This is their way of doing these trips, is the new shenanigans. They're not coming out with no memoir or no another book or nothing like that. And if they do, it's not going to be anything new. It's just going to be a rehearse like she does all the time, like she just did at the summit. It was a constant thought that I didn't want to live. Sure. Her life is going so much better now. Now that she's in America. No, it's not.
And around that will be very.
She can't get the A-listers to pay attention to her. She can't get any deals. She's trying to make up things to help her popularity, and it's just not working. It's failing. But this dangerous royal trip thing that they got going on,
very, very difficult. I mean, it's awful to have a child like that who wants to go off the rails in such a way. He's nearly 40, and he actually complains about not speaking to his daddy, and that sort of childish thing of stamping and having a little, scream at his family and blaming William.
Screams at them, but we do know that he was looking for an apology when, in many views, he was the one that needed to give it.
Well, yes, of course he does. But no, he has been shouting. I know he has been shouting at his father because they've been waiting for an apology to Meghan. And that's one of the reasons, not the only reason. Now it is because King Charles is having treatments and he's got to be calm and quiet. But
he's waiting on an apology. He's gonna keep waiting. He's going to be waiting and waiting and waiting, because if the king looked like he wants to give a public an apology to Meghan, that would not go down well at all. And it is a shame. It is a shame. The shamest thing ever that she keeps those kids away from their family. It is a shame that Harry and Meghan haven't taken those kids over there so they can see granddad. And the same goes with her father. It is an evil thing to do. It is a shame. And that's who we're talking about. She has no love in her heart. You can't. Because if you torture others, then how can you have softness? Deliberately does it. My Eric's uncle wanted us to come out there and see him last Saturday, and we were extremely busy, but we were going to go anyway, but we couldn't go at the time that they had suggested. So we said we could come around 3, and they didn't respond. So then I had him reach out again this weekend and say, hey, we're free if you guys want to get together. And maybe that's how we should have said it. But we were like, we're free on Saturday if you guys want to hang out. Nothing really came of it. But I was telling my husband, I said, at least we tried to do it. Meghan doesn't even, and not that I'm comparing, I don't even know why I did that. But I was just telling you guys a little story. Okay, I'm shutting it down. I'm tired. I know they got a lot of more good, juicy things to say, and I would love to sit here and listen to it. But I'm going to let you guys get some sleep. Have a good night. Bye-bye.